This video is going to be a little different, something that I don't think enough people realize how much of a problem it actually is, and it's something I'm very passionate about, and that is being a capable man. Too many people think being capable and being a high value man is just making money and going to the gym. That's like the level we're at right now. It's just if you go to the gym and you make a lot of money, you're a high value man, you're a high status man, which maybe you are to society, but to me, being a man is being capable of fixing things. And fortunately for me, my dad can literally fix everything. That I swear on my life, there's not anything in this fucking world that my dad cannot fix. Okay, there's a few things that he won't get massively involved in, but even so, like, he knows the basics of it, the principles of it. And that is just like gas and some electric stuff. Like, he will touch electrics, and I've seen him do it hundreds of times, like more times than I can even count. But like heavy electric stuff, he knows the risk of it. So it's like, okay, like, I'll just, for that, I'll call someone out, or he just get his brother to do it. Okay? And I understand that some people don't have that. So it is a bit more difficult. And I'm lucky that I work with cars. So when it comes to cars, I can't do like heavy mechanical stuff. But like, if we were pulled up on the side of the road and my dad said, oh yeah, we have a puncher, change that wheel for me, I could do it. It'd take me minutes. 2 minutes to do it? And there's some people out there that they'd be lost. Like, there's young men that would just be completely lost. And I don't think that's good enough. I think the society pushes this narrative of high value man makes money, where they're just so focused on making money. They're not even useful anymore. They're just completely useless. They're brain dead. They're literally brain dead. I'm convinced there's some young guys that couldn't even start a lawnmower. I'm not even trying to take the piss. I'm not trying to be funny. But that's the generation that we live in now. They just see it as an inconvenience. They're too lazy. Which, like, girls say all the time, when will men be men? And to some degree, I agree with that. I think people are just lost. Like, young men are lost. If you think back to like your grandparents and your grandparents' parents and even your parents, they're so much more useful than us. And it's because of this whole AI shit and stuff like that. It's just we've gotten lazy. And by no degree, like, I don't know half as much as my dad. Probably not even a quarter of the things that my dad does that I know. But from a young kid, that I've always been pushed into it. Like, he never used to force us, but it was more of a thing of like respect, where you just don't say no to your parents, do you? If it's like, oh, I need help, it's like, yeah, all right, I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. And at the time, I used to be like, oh man, I just want to play PlayStation or watch YouTube. But now I'm thankful, because I look at people my age, I'm like, shit, like, you are literally cooked. You're so cooked. You're so useless. Money's only going to take you so far. Okay, making money, yeah, all right, that's probably attractive to girls if you're financially stable. But there's just like a small job, like, oh yeah, like, can you just like cut the grass? I'm convinced certain guys will just freeze that shit. Like, you want me to cut the grass? Yeah, let me just YouTube this shit real quick. And that is not good enough. Like, it's scary how useless. But people don't give a shit either, because they're just so glued to their phone. Like, oh yeah, I just gotta make money, I'll be fine. And yeah, you could argue, yeah, you just pay someone to do it. But like, do you know how easy it is to change a will? Like, it takes 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes at the max if you're not doing it daily. I've done it hundreds of times through my job. But there's other guys that would rather be unemployed. Like, people always look down on like blue collar workers. It's always a thing of, oh yeah, if you're dumb, thick as shit, you go work on a building site, or you go into engineering or fixing cars. Like, that's always been like the stigma around it, isn't it? But like, these guys, they're so much more useful than these other guys, these other men. Like, like these soft-handed motherfuckers that think they're sick because they walk around in a suit. But when shit gets tough, they just freeze on the spot. They don't know what to do. Like, even like an oil change, you could learn an oil change on your car just off of YouTube. It's not fucking hard at all. At all. I've done one oil change and now I just know it. Like, I've done more, but when I first done my first ever oil change, and now it's like, oh yeah, just a piece of piss. Like, for the most part, you're just changing filters if you're doing a full service. And obviously, if you're doing an oil change, you just have to drain the oil and put in your new oil, which is not hard at all. There's a few things that you got to make sure you get right, but nothing that you couldn't just call up the wherever the supplier, wherever you're getting it from, and you could do it yourself. Yet other people would rather pay hundreds of pounds for a garage to do it. And yeah, I think it's just come from, for me, this came from working in like online sales, in the sales space. There's a lot of guys that are full of themselves. They think they're sick because they're making money from the comfort of their own home, but they're useless. Because if you don't have your money to offer, then what do you have? Like, you think you're some like Elon Musk motherfucker, but you ain't shit. Like, there's girls out there, mature girls, they would much rather their man be capable of fixing things, building things. I'm not talking houses. I'm just like basic like furniture. They'd much rather that than somebody that's making millions of pounds. They just have the guy that is doing all right for himself. You know, he's very comfortable. He's got he's financially stable. I promise you, like, obviously the childish girls that just live on TikTok and social media, they'd rather their man be able to, just offer all this money because they have no morals, they have no values. But real men, they are very competent. I'm not saying you have to be a master at everything, but the basics, the things that are very simple, like if your car doesn't start, you should be able to jump start your car with jump leads. It's because, again, bro, that shit takes like a minute maximum. Okay, maybe if there's a bit more to it, like, but let me not even get into it. But if it's a very simple, oh yeah, car's a bit flat, you can just jump start it, mate. Literally just clip on, start, turn it off, disconnect them. It's fucking easy. Yet again, they'd rather spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds for somebody to come and do it for them inside 60 seconds. Okay? So, I'm not saying don't focus on the money. Make sure you're making money, because that all adds to your value as a person. But don't let the money consume you just because everyone on social media is saying you should be able to provide for your family at the age of 18 years old. It's bullshit. Okay? Look at the people before us, because they were so much more useful and they were much more like high value men. The guys that wake up and go to the side of the road at 5 o'clock to get the roads working again. Society looks down on these men saying they have a shit life, but these are the real hustlers. These are the real grinders. These are the real people that provide value to the world. Not some guy that's just selling some bullshit online course that claims to be making a lot of money. Like, bruh, trust me. But yeah, I know some people will probably disagree with me, but I know. I think I've went through it all. Again, this is something that I've experienced. Now I understand the true value of a man, not what these little nerds online say. Okay? Take my word for it, and everyone will love you. All the girls, you'll get way more girls if you're capable as a man and you don't just have money. You have more than money to offer.